Jai Shri Ram, my humble pranams to you. I am Ravindranath Pradipal, member of the Verulam Ramayan Mandali, based in Verulam, KwaZulu-Natal, South Africa. Some years ago, for my personal interest, I penned an article based on my reading entitled The Functioning of the Universe and the Functioning of the Human Body in Relation to the Ramayana. I have now converted this article into a PowerPoint presentation, which I bring to you. In this way, I hope to enable seekers to understand that the story of the Ramayana is present in the universe and in us. During my readings, I found that viewpoints and commentary expressed by various authors differed, and I have tried to strike a balance. We, as students of the Ramayana, should be able to accept their differing viewpoints. With palms together, I want to firstly apologize to my parents, and that goes to many a parent, especially our mothers. And secondly, to say thank you for all that they have done and are continuing to do. As we were growing up, there were many rituals they asked us to do, and as they could not give us a proper explanation as to why these should be done, we either did it mechanically or did not continue it. The full impact of what they told us to do did not strike us. In short, they could not answer our why question. Today, dear devotees, having collated the information for this presentation, the full impact of what they requested us to do struck home. And whilst they could not answer our why question, I trust that I will be able to do that for you and to say, Ma, I am sorry for not listening to you. Of the many things they requested us to do in their own simple way for a better life for us, I wish to dwell on two. They impressed upon us to show utmost respect to nature, and two, to offer water daily to the sun. Why? They could not fully explain. We are living in trying times. There is fear, uncertainty, and we are seeking some divine intervention to guide us through life. Therefore, the need of the hour demands that I should share my thoughts, ideas on the Ramayana with those interested in it. Despite my inadequacy, I myself have more questions than answers. I would be very happy if my presentation would stir the mind of the Ramayan community to begin to delve deeper into this Manas Sarovar and uncover the gems that lie within. All of us know the story of the Ramayana, even though we may not have read it. It is not just a mere story. We tell stories, one, to entertain others. Two, we tell bedtime stories to children to put them off to sleep. Do we read the Ramayana to go off to sleep? No. The Ramayana is full of spiritual lessons for us and teaches us how to live our lives. We are spiritually asleep, and it is here to awaken us from our spiritual slumber. This presentation, therefore, is to bring to you that side of the Ramayana that we are not familiar with, which makes it more than just a story. The Ramayana also is the story of the universe and us as human beings. It is a remedy for the illnesses of today, a handbook for daily living. It has a message for both young and old. One who wishes to lead a spiritually meaningful life that takes one beyond the maya of worldliness should read the Ramayana and draw strength from its eternal ocean of knowledge. We are told that in the olden days, groups used to sit under a tree and read or listen to the Ramayana, and they used to shed tears. Such was the love and reverence for the Ramayana. Before I commence with the presentation proper, please make a mental note of three factors. Number one, we know the story of the Ramayana is the triumph of good over evil. Evil presents itself in many ways. Number two, the importance of the Gayatri Mantra. And the third point to make a mental note of is the figures number 24, number 7, and 1000. The manner in which they appear and where they appear. Now, the whole universe is what we refer to life energy or life force. It is filled with life energy or life force. And it has 5 aspects corresponding to the 5 elements. That is ether, air, fire, water, and earth. Each subsequent element originating from the previous one. Vedanta teaches us that God alone is real, and Devi or Mother is a supreme power of God. She is nature, made up of the 5 elements, and the whole universe is her body. She has many names, one being Ma Gayatri. Ma Gayatri is also called Panch Mukhi, that is, 5 faces or 5 aspects. And one of the 5 aspects being the 5 elements. So you can see the similarity between the life forces and Ma Gayatri. More on Ma Gayatri later. When we are in contact with nature, we are absorbing this vital force or energy, and when its natural functioning is affected by whatever cause or causes, problems occur. During my casual reading of the many articles on the Ramayana, it occurred to me that there is a definite similarity in the functioning of the universe, the functioning of the human body, and the Ramayana, thus the title. This is what led me to delve deeper into the mystery surrounding these 3 and to share these findings with you. Should there be any scriptural discrepancy or shortcoming, please forgive me. 2 important factors became clearly evident as mentioned. 1, the functioning of the 5 elements, and 2, the power of the Gayatri Mantra. We will firstly talk about the 5 elements. Recently, we have noticed unusual weather conditions by the forces of nature, namely air, fire, water, and the severe damage being caused. These elements are also present in us. They are the fire element, that is in the digestive juices, the air element, that is the respiratory system, the water element, that is the urinary or circulatory system. And they are functioning within the confines of ether equated to the head region and earth, the lower buttock region. Similarly, these elements are performing their functions in the Ramayan. Example, air, that is Hanumanji, fire, that is Mother Sita. She is the Shakti, the energizing force. Then we have the water element, that is the large expanse of water represented by Jaman. We will talk about him later. Earth, ether being Ayodhya and earth being Lanka. An Ayurvedic doctor on examining will say that your kapha, pitta or vata, that is water, fire or air element is not in balance and not functioning properly and needs to be corrected lest severe problems occur. Deepak Chopra has written, as the balance of forces change, life changes. And if the forces inside us are kept in harmony and in balance with the surrounding outside forces, many unanswered problems can be solved. These elements have to be respected. It is our evil thoughts and actions that defile the natural order, and these elements can turn against us. These 5 elements are divine deities. Climate activists are crying out loud for urgent action to be taken. But as you may have seen on TV, in the clip, the question being asked, is anyone listening? If you look at the Ramayana, the normal functioning of the fire element, that is just one element, that is Mother Sita, is disturbed, and she inspires action in her distress. She is the driving force in the universe, and she displays the force of Kriya Shakti. Kriya Shakti means energy in action. Dear devotees, as mentioned, we cannot overemphasize the importance of these natural forces, and corrective action needs to be taken urgently to prevent future problems. Now let us look at the importance of the Gayatri Mantra. As we all know, Valmiki was walking along the banks of the Tamsa. He used to go daily to do his usual Sandhya Upasana, that is, recite the Gayatri Mantra morning, midday, and evening with full faith, commitment, devotion, and dedication. It was at this time, while praying, facing Surya Bhagwan, that he saw a pair of crouchers, that is, heron birds. They are the birds with the long neck and legs, sporting with each other. Suddenly, the male bird was shot dead by a cruel fowler, that is, a hunter. And the female, seeing the male rolling on the ground in pain, screamed out her lamentations. The sage Valmiki felt great pity at the sight of the fallen bird and his grieving spouse, and burst forth in exclamation, a curse in Sanskrit which came out as poetry. Ma nishad prashtitam tvam gamaha shashvati samaha yat kronche metunadikam avadihi kamohitam. It came out as 4 lines of 8 meters. Now I mentioned that Valmiki used to go to do his Sandhya Upasana morning, midday, and evening. Why morning, midday, and evening? It is said that our deities, Brahma, Shiva, Vishnu, Saraswati, and Durga Ma, Lakshmi, their attributes or their presence are felt at different parts of the day. So that is why there's mention of morning, midday, and evening. Thus began the story of the Ramayana as we know, divided into various cantos or khans. Before proceeding, we need to answer two questions. A. When visiting India, the first river that we wish to visit is the Ganges. Do we ever think of the Tamsa? Then why did Valmiki go to the Tamsa? Straightway, devotees, you will see that divinity had a hand that made Valmiki steer towards the Tamsa. Yet it has been written that he used to go every day to the Ganges for his prayers. Why has the Krancha bird specifically mentioned and not any other? The peculiarity of the Krancha bird is that if one of its soulmate is separated, the other will not partner with another. Why can't? Can't means sweetness, like the sweetness of the sugar cane. However crooked cane may be, whichever section you chew, the sweetness is unaffected and uniform. The stream of Ram's story meanders through many a curve and twist. Nevertheless, the sweetness of Karuna, that is tenderness, pity, compassion, they persist without it decreasing throughout the story. The stream turns and follows through sadness, wonder, ridicule, awe, terror, love, and despair. But the main undercurrent is a love of dharma, that is righteousness, and immorality, and karuna, that is compassion. Now, why sugarcane? Sugarcane is a symbol of love. Isn't the Ramayana the greatest love story ever told? The story of Sri Ram and Mother Sita. Thank you for tuning in and sharing your time with me today. Make sure to like and share this video with everyone. Stay connected, stay inspired. May Sri Ram be with you always. See you in the next video. Jai Sri Ram.